Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Geoff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
The reunion, part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
And the season's over.
I know. It's so as soon as it was here, as soon as it's gone.
Right? Wasn't like just the other day we were watching like the trailer at BravoCon?
It feels like it. It was just the other day we're like, aren't they all the same woman?
Exactly.
And now we know they are distinctly different women.
Very different, yes.
Yes, very, very different. No, it was a good, conclusion to the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this entire episode could have been, hey, Brian, you're lying. But,
Hey, soul sister.
Ain't that Mr. on the radio? Sorry, I know my train lyrics, unfortunately. I wish I had a better talent in this world than knowing train lyrics. So, if you are just finding us, thank you for finding us. We are two husbands, each other's husbands, and we watch The Real Housewives. We talk about it. So that's what we're here to do, talk about The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yes.
Among other things, we talk about our lives now and again. It's Pride weekend in California.
And New York.
In New York, that's true.
Yeah.
It's weird how different parts of the country do Pride at different times of the year.
Right. Like Palm Springs is in November because if you marched today in Palm Springs, you would die.
Right. You would catch on fire.
Yes.
So it for so many reasons, and on top of the weather. But yeah, so it's hard to remember that like New York and California do it at the same time. But
right.
like even LA and San Francisco are different times of the year.
LA is earlier. No, LA is just earlier in June.
Right. But it's still like not the same weekend and everything. But for us, it was this weekend, and we did a lot of Pride stuff. We were down in San Francisco a couple times this week, and I was just there today.
Yeah, we had the Frameline Film Festival, which was great.
Saw a couple great movies.
Mm-hmm.
So the new Hannah Einbinder movie, that was good.
Very odd.
Very odd.
Entertaining, though.
I still don't know where I land on that. I was telling Chris about it today that like it's a good movie. I recommend watching it, but at the same time, it just there's a lot of nonsense about it. But maybe that's part of the charm. I don't know.
Right.
But it Camp Miasma is what it's called.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Yeah. So if you get a chance to watch it, which you will, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yes.
I mean, it's good. But yeah, I'm happy Pride to everyone for all those who celebrate.
For all those who celebrate.
So with Rhode Island, I don't feel like much else was really talked about this episode.
It was really, it was a lot of the bride of it all. But like, whereas last week they got into everyone's situation, and it was a lot of Kelsey versus Rosie, which we pick up with in this episode. Mm-hmm. It's like things being thrown out there and people denying it. So Kelsey's like, I never sold my holes. I was not an escort. I was on and off again with the ex.
If I can back up a bit,
you
can still be an escort without selling your holes.
Well, it's interesting because like Rosie said, it's interesting that she phrased it that way.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Because say what you will and have opinions about whatever, but like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being an escort. I think there is legitimate escort work of just literally being an escort, a companion for someone.
Right. There's like sex worker. I'm not saying they're all things, but like they're kind of adjacent. So sex worker, escort, sugar baby.
Right.
So he wasn't paying you for sex, but he was funding your life.
Yes.
And you were giving sugar.
You were being a sweet person.
Yes.
Exchange. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, that's where I was just like, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some hashing over the words being had there.
And then we get into like, then Kelsey throws out like, oh, you left this. People were talking about you. Kelsey says about Rosie leaving her job that something was going on with a unmarried coworker. Kelsey's like, that's not the case. She wants to go get her briefcase.
Rosie said that.
Rosie, yeah. And he's like, no, we're talking about you. Just sit down. The bridge is up.
Yeah. The fact that Rosie had like a, bedazzled briefcase, she came equipped, but
you could have brought that out and put it behind the couch, girl.
I'm pretty sure production was like, no, don't be doing that. But someone she should have had like her husband bring it out. That would have been,
because like Rich did nothing else. Like Rich said like 2 words when they brought the men out.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot the men. I didn't forget the men came out, but like it's weird they made such a big kind of New Jersey deal about the men coming out when it really wasn't that big of a thing. I also thought like they would all have more of a role in the second half when really it was just Alicia's
It's like a lightning round of questions, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
But going back a second. So, yeah, like Joellen and Kelsey kept giving each other looks whenever Rosie would talk, and Rosie's like, "You can give each other looks, but like it's true what I'm saying."
Right.
I was bleeding out of my butt. I never slept with a married coworker. My house is this amount of square feet. Like just. Oh, well, Morgan, that's what they're saying. She's like, I helped pay for the house. And they like, and Joellen's like, well, I saw some It's like, shut up. And then Rosie says, well, you saw that because her husband, Gerry,
right.
So many.
He's a mortgage broker.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has access to that.
Yeah.
It's just so weird how much. Like, I wish that Joellen was as transparent with every other bit of gossip on the show as she was just so hardcore into Rulla's business.
But I think it makes sense why she was going against Rulla, because she was called a liar. But I understand, I feel like she made Kelsey's beef her beef with Rosie and didn't give Rosie a chance and was like digging up stuff. And it's like, Rosie did nothing to you. Mm-hmm. She didn't call you a liar. She didn't say you're a polygamist. She probably called you a biatch behind your back.
Right.
But like, just Joellen just like goes really hard. And so much this episode was like, here's some more, evidence from Joellen. Some more, like literally pulled out a literal receipt for a Chanel bag.
Yeah.
With the SKU number. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which also means that Joellen knows someone who works at Chanel, so be careful. They'll produce some receipts for you. Well, I wonder if someone lost their job the same way, Bronwyn got someone fired from the jewelry shop on Salt Lake. But
forgot about that.
But I don't fault Joellen for being as adamant about proving herself in the whole Brian and Rulla situation. But yeah, the way she gets involved in other people's business is just a little much. So
yeah, it's just it's saying I need a hobby.
A hobby other than true crime. Like she needs her own true crime podcast other than this.
Yes,
so.
I'm sure she'll have a podcast.
We should get out of the way that you were saying that as much as we thought originally that Alicia and Liz kind of deserved first chair, that really, after the whole scheme of things, they had nothing to really contribute this episode other than the bit where Pizza Mama and the whole, And
the whole Joellen versus Liz fight. But like after that, they were very quiet.
Yeah.
Whereas Joellen and Rulla were talking the most.
Of both episodes.
Yes. Yeah. They had the most to give.
Right.
And I felt like I originally thought like, oh, you can't put Rulla first chair. She's like, won't give anything because she'll like deny, deflect. But she came in really hot the first episode, mm-hmm. and she was also coming in hot.
Right.
We started with the episode of, rolling back to her being like, you're a slut. I don't know what's between your legs. Mm-hmm,
mm-hmm.
So I think just based on that, it seemed like Liz was a little checked out when it wasn't about her.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that I was at least relieved that Rulla wasn't giving the same thing Brian was giving the whole time. Like, oh, I can't talk about that. It's an ongoing lawsuit.
So yeah, let's follow that path. So he is saying that the mistress, the former woman he had the affair with.
Yes. Well, she's still a woman, we assume. She's not the former woman.
Sorry. Did I say that?
You did, but no, I'm just being a bitch.
No, the former mistress was also a business partner, and that went left, and now they're going through some sort of lawsuit, so therefore you conveniently can't talk about the mistress. Anything revolving in regards to her. Cannot talk about the tracking of Rulla putting the tracking device on her car, because those charges were dismissed, which everyone says if they were dismissed,
then you can talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gives like no information. He denies things, but really can't give evidence.
Right.
He can't talk about it with his ongoing lawsuit, which I'm sure Andy effing loved that. Whereas Joel was like, well, I can help you out here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Yeah.
I'm glad they just spoke so openly, and Joellen's husband as well, saying like, look, she just doesn't want to be called a liar. Like, and that's the thing. You guys keep calling her a liar. If like we can all just agree this happened. And I enjoyed that Rosie was getting involved with like, look, Rulla, you don't deny this happened. Like Rosie was getting like irritated to the point of like, let's just find a way to get past this so we're not talking about this for the next year. Like,
but also I thought it was weird that Rosie kept saying like, it's not your fault, Rulla. You didn't know. It's like, well, obviously.
Right. But like, that's the thing that, I think there's a lot of insinuation made about the fact that Rulla keeps covering for Brian.
Right.
Like,
she's deflecting and she did know something. And Rosie's trying to say like, you didn't. It's okay. Let's just put all the blame on Brian, who won't own up to anything.
Right.
Because legally he can't talk about it.
I mean, still, it was very brazen of everyone. Just and I don't know how. I mean, hats off to him if you have to give him any sort of kudos. Like, he just sat there this entire season just taking it and taking it and taking it. And like, I don't think.
Almost like what do you say? Would it be a possum just rolling up into your shell and be like, as you're being kicked?
Yeah. I mean, it just. I just couldn't tolerate that. Like, even right or wrong, I just like, I have more dignity than to just sit here and take it.
Well, I think though that may not be the real him, because he has shown that he will call your job and try to get you fired. So I think he was trying to come off very benign and like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. But like, I think maybe behind the scenes he was much more ruthless.
Probably.
And he's trying to project this image of, the husband who realized he did wrong, but he believes in his family, and his wife is the glue that keeps the family together, and he wants to do right by her. And yeah.
I liked that Andy asked both of them, like, why would you go on a reality show? Like,
with all this going on.
And that, I mean, at least
Rulla really answered.
Rulla was able to say, like, I thought it was over with. Like, and like, Rulla was never denying that something had happened. She just wasn't like saying it was continuing to happen. And that's what Joellen was just getting at. No, it's still happening. It's still happening.
Either way, while knowing something had happened and it's going to come up because it's Real Housewives, why would you go on the show?
Yeah.
Because you basically have to be on the defense the entire time you're on the show.
They brought up Kelsey's ex and his love of the reality TV.
Yes.
And that like he was originally going to be part of the show or until he found out it was Housewives. And then he was like, nope.
Interesting how she answered that, because Andy said there's rumors about whether or not you guys were together, the timeline, and you doing the show. And she said, oh, we were on again, off again, which is a very easy, convenient way of explaining that, as opposed to you just use that as a storyline and you haven't been with this man for years, which is probably more likely, because something with Kelsey, the buttermilk is not clean.
No, it's not.
It's murky. It's real murky.
Murky at best. So
yeah.
So I mean, who else had any sort of participation in this episode other than Joellen and Rulla? Because I was surprised that Ashley was speaking up as much as she did, trying to kind of get in there. She never really got a word in, but she was like, still, like, you could tell she was kind of feeling, and was like, Rulla, I'm sorry this is happening, but like, can we get your side of things? But then people just kept talking over her.
She was trying to, and at one point she's like, I can't get a word in, because Joellen was just so adamant. Rosie should have had those receipts on her phone like Joellen and just be able to like, shoop, here's a document, airdrop it to everybody.
I learned how to airdrop today.
Oh.
I didn't know. So the guys who came up to our table before we left, I don't know if I told you this story. They I took a picture and we airdropped, and I didn't know it was just touching your phone to each other. It was really weird. I've never done it before. I always thought airdropping was just something that
is it only an Apple thing, or can anyone do it?
It's an Apple thing, but I think Google has its own version, or Samsung has its own version. Anyway, that's how old I am. I just learned how to airdrop today. It's very, very.
I've heard this touching of phones and then suddenly of exchanging numbers.
Yes, and I didn't realize that's what also I didn't realize if you just want to change photos, you have the photo up and then you exchange just the photo, but I didn't have it, so apparently I gave this rando my number. I didn't mean to. So not cheating on you.
Yes.
I'm just dumb with technology.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the red leather interior?
And that whole bit about how like, oh, my car was in the shop. It's like, what is it?
He was just like mumbling so many things. Oh, but
and then the timeline of the marriage?
Yes, let's go to that. So I didn't understand what was going on there.
I mean, it seems to me that...
Are they married?
I don't care, but like... Joellen's 100% right that like you can tell me when you got married, like what, and then
weird.
And then she said, "Well, we got married again." It's just like, okay, so were you married and then divorced and married again? Like,
things kept slipping, like the wrong dates. And he said I got divorced
in 2013 or
2012,
but she's like, we got married in 2010.
No. So basically, before he came out there, Rulla said they were divorced in 2010, and then Brian says no, 2012, and then cut to Joellen who says no, it was March 2016. I have court documents.
Right.
But then we're saying that Rulla got pregnant in 2016, but they've been married for 10 years. So it seems one could say Rulla got pregnant while he was still married. Maybe separated from the Spanish teacher.
Yes.
They got divorced in 2016, and then he and Rulla got married right away. Kind of shotgunny.
A little shotgunny.
Yeah.
I mean,
because she said they've been married for close to 10 years now.
See, my problem with this whole timeline thing is that to me, 2016 is just yesterday. I'm like, what? That's not 10 years ago. But it actually took me numerous times during this episode to be like, right, 2016 is 10 years ago. It's like not 5 years ago. So it's very, very tough to follow. But yeah.
Like why? And then not being able to say when they got married, what their anniversary date was. It's either it didn't happen, or like, are they common law, or like she's just, she's afraid about saying that and other things that Joellen could dig up, because I would be afraid of what Joellen could dig up. She is a crafty one, and I wouldn't tell her shit, but she would be able to find it eventually. But I would really be careful what I told her. So I kind of get that, but also Rulla's being weird.
The whole situation is weird, and like, I don't know. At this point, I liked what Rosie and Kelsey were just like, can we just get past this? Like, can we just come to an understanding of this happened, he cheated on you, so like we can just move beyond this. Because until you admit that this happening...
It was Rosie and Ashley. All Kelsey did was like give...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
She just gave blow up doll face. I'm sorry. Every time they cut to her mouth was open, like, oh, or she's like literally biting her nails, like, oh my gosh, what a nail biter! What's gonna happen, girl? You're still on camera. You're in the show.
Yeah,
you're not watching the show from home. Yeah. Like, it was a lot of reaction.
Again, for someone who's only in 3 episodes, a lot of the season was about Rulla and Brian.
Yes,
and anyone with 2 eyes can see he was cheating on her, and it's just like, I don't know why.
Oh, this stuff with like the timeline with like him going home.
Oh,
going like his parents,
his mother in the hospital. Yeah,
and whether or not they went to the hospital, going to see the kids, doing the kids' hair, taking his ring off to do the kids' hair.
Even Andy being like, I thought you took your ring off to do your son's hair. Like, Andy was just like, at the bottom of this too.
Andy was just like, this whole, if my husband put a tracker in my car, I wouldn't be okay with that.
And then everyone else be like, no, we share our location.
Well, yeah, I was like, Rich, pipe down with that. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, no, but that's what he was saying.
Right.
I know where she is, but like, we share it. Like, we agree to do that. Right. So
Rich was just trying to get some time, because aside from 2 nights on Sinatra Sunday, he didn't have much.
We added a show. So
as far as Andy was like, once and for all, Rich, what is the square footage? That's what you should have asked him. Or maybe they got cut out. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that came up because then, Rosie or Kelsey was trying to be like, oh, well, aren't you using the previous owners' like blueprints? And it's like, oh, for God's sake.
Why do you care? What's it to you? And then even at the end, she couldn't go being on a reality show, it's hard to make friends with someone's not being authentic. It's like, girl, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Do you think everyone's coming back next season? If
they want to. I've heard rumors that Liz isn't.
Oh, really?
I could see Liz just being like, This is not for me.
Yeah.
You know.
You were saying like she's checked out of this episode and everything.
She kind of was.
I can see that. But like, I don't know. I'd want her to come. I want them all to come back, at least for season 2. I don't, mainly because we don't like one-hit wonders and everything.
Right. I think just like to see where they go from here.
Right. Like, and also have a full season. Like, this is a nice little trial. You taking Dolores on?
Yeah.
You just like ripping pictures off the board.
I do. Like. Dolores is on the reunion. She's not.
She's no longer a Rhode Island woman.
No, we'll see you in New Jersey, Dolores. Going back to the men, because there was like a little bit about each one. Richard the Sinatra Sunday, twice a Sunday. Jared got the ice machine fixed.
Thank God.
Gerry says that yes, Brian told him that Liz was cheating with some dude in Block Island. But they were separated, and you know, Liz was like, whatever, Jerry's friends were around. I knew he was gonna get back to him, basically.
Also, Liz was like, thanks, that's what I wanted. I wanted him to find out what was going on. Like, you know, so cool.
Yeah, and they didn't talk about Dino.
No,
which they could have gone a bit further in that.
Yeah.
They did not. And then covered Brian and Gary is the sex symbol because he was shirtless in the sauna.
I guess.
I mean, I've seen that picture. I saw that picture on Twitter quite a bit, and the gays have liked that. But there's certain things about Gerry that, you know, give me a little pause. But looks wise.
You mean politically?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to say that.
Why not?
We're not political.
Well, you're totally political. The fuck, we're not political. We're 2 gay men.
Well, that's totally separate from like this show.
I mean, it is difficult to watch Housewives and like hold people to their political beliefs. It's tough to do.
Please see the entire cast except for Tamara of OC.
Correct.
Yeah. But I can definitely ogle Gerry and his men bits. But also be like,
his chesticles.
His chesticles. They're like, he was like saying the dad bod. And I'm like, he is rocking the dad bod. It's beefy.
Okay, I don't want to hear you say beefy.
It's pride. It's meaty.
But yeah, Gerry. Okay, good on him.
Yes.
When we do our OC episode with besties, I need to hear where Travis landed on everybody.
I think he said he liked them all. He thought all the guys were hot.
Well, I mean, he says those sorts of things. I just want to know if it's still held up.
Oh, by the end of the season?
Exactly.
I think all, except for Brian, and honestly, no offense, Gerry, and really also Billy. Billy looks tired. He works a lot. He looks drained in the face.
Yeah. What do we think about that whole thing with Alicia and Billy talking about the trust and everything? I like that Alicia was like, I'm bored.
Yes.
And it's like, well, no wonder you haven't learned about your financial stability.
I guarantee you there will be a scene, if everyone comes back next year, of Alicia meeting with Rulla to talk about her financial planning. For sure.
You're right.
And like Alicia will be like, what? And I'm not saying like she's not smart. I'm just saying she is tuned out to a lot of things that, you know.
Yeah, the more she talked about it, like they were trying to like let her know. It seemed like maybe over the time. And I believe him when he says like he's tried talking to her about it, but she just does seem to tune out a little bit. I like that Andy was like, you know, you can't just be signing things your husband hands you.
That didn't serve a certain housewife.
Yeah, it was very, very, very good.
I mean, that was really cute that he like brought that out and was willing to give her all of his shares. I think, if they were just like, it doesn't need to be monthly meetings. That was extreme. Right. But I think if he just like sat down and like if she paid attention and he explained, you know, what the situation was with the trust and that you'll be taken care of, you know. But I understand like for her, she wants to be more black and white, like Billy and Alicia on the deed.
Right. Well, yeah, and I guess like you and I are on our deed of our house and everything, but like if our house was owned by a trust, it would make sense that the trust owns the house, you know, that sort of thing. So I get that from a legal perspective.
Well, she said she didn't know what a trust was. Right. I think a lot of people don't know what a trust is.
I barely know what a trust is, and I know what a trust is. Yeah. I like that, again, that not Kelsey, Ashley was just like, you know, I believe he would never leave you high and dry. Like, you know, he really loves you, and like he would make sure you're taken care of. You know? Yeah. I don't know where she knows that or how she knows that, but like I like that she at least verbalize that was.
I think hanging around them, she just, understands that Billy is a good guy, and regardless what happens, he's going to take care of you. He's going to take care of the daughter for sure.
Right.
And she's not going to be destitute.
Right. But where are the dolls going to end up? That's what I'm really worried about. So.
That's the heart of the matter.
Yeah, really. They're going to go through a bitter custody battle with those dolls.
I mean, that would be a way to hurt her. I want your doll. What?
No, those are my dolls.
My dolls. I love a doll.
There's a fucking oyster cracker deal in the works. This is going to be great.
I mean, she definitely needs to do something with a cracker. Like, have a cracker line. Like,
why she doesn't have a Wheat Thin commercial already? I'm confused.
I mean, if the finale party next season isn't her launching her crackers, I don't know what else there is to do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Well, it's like, it's disappointing that the majority of the episode was the Rulla and Joellen back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that they didn't pull any punches on it. Like, they beat it to death to the point where it's like, we get that it's happened, and like, it doesn't need to really be talked about anymore, other than that maybe that Rulla refuses to acknowledge that it happened.
Yeah, I think, also Joellen even realized that her delivery sucked.
Oh,
she was coming from a place of anger, and they called a liar. That's a trigger for her, and she went too hard. And it wasn't about looking out for Rulla. It was just about demolishing people.
Well, and I like that she admitted, like, at first it was like, it genuinely was trying to do that, but then eventually, no, like, screw this. Like, you keep, not wanting my help, but no, I'm glad. I think it ended up where it needed to end up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna move. I would hope they would move forward. I would hope Kelsey and Rosie move forward. Who knows? I mean, the final thoughts were basically, Rosie saying that she shouldn't have said certain things, and Kelsey giving, again, a weak ass backhanded, I want to be friends, but being authentic, yada yada. Like, it was like a word salad.
Yeah.
And then her saying, like, we need to hang out outside the show. Rosie being like, great. Yeah. Come cut my hair. I'll post the back of my head. Okay.
I wouldn't let her near my face with scissors.
With scissors? Oh gosh.
No, not after everything that happened that season. No, thank you.
No. Liz was saying that what was her fourth thing? About like being controlled, being more I think just trying to like have a better reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that, and not being so harsh. That was kind of what I summed up from it.
Honestly,
it was a lot of words.
I don't remember her even talking, but
it was the end with her final thoughts.
Yeah, no, I know she did, but it didn't have any meaning to me. I was like, okay. So
I'm just trying to do better, basically, she was saying.
Yeah.
Because she really, without apologizing to Joellen, I think it was more so aimed at Alicia.
She tried calling Joellen out a couple times, especially
at the beginning.
It was like, oh, you weren't trying to be, you're not a girl's girl, like that whole conversation. And it was like, okay, we get it.
It was like, and I think Joellen's like, whatever, go be quiet in your corner. Go vape some out.
Yeah.
Go take a vape break, Liz. Yeah.
So.
And then Ashley was saying that she should, try to be a better mediator, try to speak up more. And I was surprised she didn't say, like, cry less.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember what Rulla said.
I don't remember either.
I guess maybe how she handled the whole Brian situation.
Probably.
And then Alicia was just saying that she wished she'd done her makeup better. That's all. She's like, no, that's all. That's all. Just my makeup, which should have been better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be weird being down a Housewives show. Like, we're going to be just down to Atlanta for a little while, and then...
Not for a little while.
No, this week Orange County starts.
Not this week, but the following week.
Okay. So a little while, at least 1 week.
Not really. I mean, it's the same. They basically were coming, like, we'll go full circle around. There'll be, Atlanta, and then up to OC premieres.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I think overall it was a good season. I enjoyed all the women. I think they all brought something. I don't know if we went through this last episode, but they all brought a great element. And they all, they're 7 different people, and they brought a lot of character and a lot of, even if they only were in 3 episodes, they brought something to it.
Yeah.
And I liked them all to various degrees, but yeah, I enjoyed what was brought to the table.
Yeah, I think it was a very successful first season. Bravo agrees. I hope they don't feel like there's much need for tweaking and whatnot, but I'm sure they learned, a lot about Rhode Island and the show and the casting for this, and maybe they'll add someone, maybe they'll keep them all. Depends.
Maybe a friend have to shake things up and bring new, because I don't want to rehash old story.
Right. Like if I don't need it to be the exact same repeat.
The same fights, the same like Rosie versus Kelsey, Rulla versus Joelle.
And also the same way if next season is suddenly like Rosie and Kelsey are best friends, you're like, okay, I don't believe that either. So there needs to be a bridge to get them there. That's
right. And also they have to hang out this summer. People do not need to self-produce. I just hope someone was saying that, like, you're drinking all my water.
We have a whole faucet downstairs. You can have more water, I promise.
Yeah, but I have to go downstairs. There we go.
There's a faucet right over there.
Yeah, that water's weird. We have a wet bar up here.
Yeah, which we had reinstalled.
And the water always tastes funky.
Oh my God. Okay. So we were saying,
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Because your husband was thirsty. I see how it is. Adding people. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's if it's natural, if it makes sense, cool to like add more story or whatever, so we're not rehashing. But yeah, I think it's. No, I was thinking about self-producing.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, you deserve to float in your own little "what was I talking about" moment because I wanted some water. Okay. Kidding.
Yeah, I would hope they... Oh, gosh. I totally got off the top. Yes. Someone was saying... You can have the rest of that water. That's fine. Someone was saying that it could be... I think it was our friend Matt. I guess we can call him our friend.
Yeah.
We've never met. But that Joellen could come into next season and have like a second season... a sophomore flop or slump, because she's so amped up by fans, and like also like she was like crushing it at the reunion, that she might come in there like
think she's like hotter than she is,
right? Believing her own hype, and then she just like crashes and everyone like comes at her and you're first cheer for the wrong reasons. Next reunion.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was hyped after this reunion. So if she comes into the next season with the same energy of like, I'm the truth teller, I'm gonna like, when she said, oh honey, I guarantee you Teddy's gonna have something to say about this, when she said like, I don't lie, never speak in absolutes,
right?
Especially never speak in absolutes saying you don't lie. See Teddy Mellencamp, she will tell you, don't do that. Everyone that has lied once or twice in their life. So they'd be like, no, I only tell truths. I only like da-da-da. Don't call me a liar. Like, she could be headed for a big crash.
Especially if Liz doesn't come back. I mean, the power vacuum that would be left would be like, the strong personalities of then Alicia and Joellen.
Yeah.
And so...
But even like Alicia isn't like, she's a strong personality in a certain sense, but like she's not that vocal. Like we saw in the reunion this episode, she was not very vocal. She's more like, oh no, don't hit her, she's got her nose done. Like she's like the comic relief, whereas Joellen was like housewiving hard on this reunion. So I just hope that she eases up off the gas pedal going into season 2 and doesn't bring such
isn't just so on and activated all the time.
Right.
I can
just
see
like I think everyone sees like actually trying to be friends. Don't try to take anyone down. You want to be the truth teller every day of the week.
Yeah.
Just like have some fun and also bring drama. Think out loud, but don't try to decimate anybody.
It's the same thing we talked about, like when you, like, especially when a new housewife comes on an established show, like to make your story about another housewife is just, it's a fine line to walk. So we get it. There was reason for Joellen to do it this first season, but if next season she can't make it about someone else, she needs to make it about her.
She needs to, dig deep about like, I don't know if it's the mom thing. I don't know if it's, now that she's shifted careers and she's now a stay-at-home mom and she's trying to figure that out, maybe.
Or that they're swingers,
Yeah, or like she's trying to like a new career path. I think she's trying to like do influencing. Rosie mentioned on another interview or whatever. So yeah, like she needs to not make it, I'm coming hard about, some housewife who wronged you.
Agreed.
They can't do that.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
So, well, do we have any final words we want to say? Any final intentions we want to say about Rhode Island, or should we talk about it next time?
I think we should talk about it next time.
All right. Yeah.